All right, 3 ways the Browns could really mess this draft up.
Do we really have to do this?
I know, it's a negative. We shouldn't be doing it.
Good
but
vibes.
Guess what? 4 out of 5 Browns fans are thinking the same thing.
I know.
So 3 for me is taking a running back at the top of the first round. Like I said before, I don't think it's a value position. I think this is a deep enough draft. Get them later. 2 is if you come out of it and you haven't improved the offensive line. I know you don't think it's a big need, but I think you'd have to replace Joe Thomas at some point. Batonio's a guy who's gotten hurt a lot. I think you still need to work on that offensive line. And 1, to me, is letting another team pick your quarterback. And by that I mean, if you pick Chubb or Barkley at 1, then you're letting somebody else in the league decide which quarterback you end up with at 4. Just dead set against it.
And I've heard people suggest that.
I know.
Like, let someone take the scraps.
They're all the same. Just take whatever one's there.
And
no, they're not all the same.
You don't have confidence in the Browns' process that you'd say, well, then if there's fewer options, then at least you can't blame the Browns.
Well, you know, process is a dirty word in this town.
I love process. Yeah. I think that's a very astute point you made, Bud Shaw.
What?
Number 3 is don't get value at 4. And that basically to me means, I think to me that means the most. If Chubb would go at 2 and your choice at 4 is Barkley, I think you've really got to think about trade down. And I don't want to see him like reach for a corner at 4 if they don't want Barkley.
Got you.
Value. Number 2, don't reach on position need in the second round, because I know I would like to see them get a running back or a corner or a guy at maybe a tackle. Need early in the second round. The thing that's going to happen is there's going to be a guy that we all thought was going to go in the teens that's not going to get drafted in the first round.
It always
They're going to have all night to think about, and if there's a stud sitting there, take the stud. Number 1, I think the worst case scenario was Josh Allen at 1, Saquon Barkley at 4. However, if that's the case,
he'll be okay with it.
I'm going to be okay with it because I don't want to come out of this Browns draft angry.
It's the worst thing they can do, and he'll be fine with it.
It is the worst thing they could do, but it could still work.